to your rosary beads. Close your eyes to watch me die. You keep saying, kick it, quit it, kick it. To turn your sick soul inside out, so that the world can watch you die.
Move in! Move in! Go, go, go!
The goose chase was up. It was over. But it wasn't for the reasons I expected. To give you an idea, we'll take a step back. You see, my line of work started off easy. A few petty beatings here or there. Nothing major.
Stop, man. Hey, man, don't talk already. Stop.
Fucker. Then it escalated to stuff like kidnap. Or homemade C4 to silence politicians. Then it went up a level. Paid assassinations. At times, I felt remorse. Where was I again? But usually, I didn't. It got to the point where it became a habit, a hobby. Give me an excuse, and I'll hold you to it. But we got sloppy. The past crept up on us. Some people were more determined than others. We did stare death in the eyes a couple of times. So, we planned one more job. Get our money and go our separate ways. It did look promising, but with most plans, there are some things that are out of your control. Either a crew member shot dead, or a greed-induced stabbing against a friend. Or even worse. I was lucky, if you view it that way. A couple clean years passed, but my fetish for high-octane scores was eating me alive. I needed to form a new crew, and with time, that's exactly what I did. There was Ashley, a man who epitomised the true love of modern-day marriage. When his wife wasn't showing her appreciation for him, he was out of us, hitting local stores.
No, please, not this.
What?
Then, that brings us to Rico, a street hustler, a stand-up guy. He was a critical figure that complemented the rest of the crew very well.
Nah, you better come to man correct.
Fuck you, nigga.
And finally, Milzy. He was like a useless, dumb, lovable son, but he worked at my club and did a damn good job. Most importantly, he was loyal. So that was the crew, a bunch of young, naive misfits, and it showed on our first couple of jobs. Ashley and Milzy were in charge of the logistics on this one, and well, that was our first mistake.
So like I said, we've got a 5-minute window. We go straight through the front, and remember, no,
let's just move on it.
Just stick to the plan, no fuck-ups this time. So we hit the jewellery store for everything it had. Supposedly, everyone understood their roles, seemed straightforward, except this dickhead didn't consider how tough the jeweller's glass would be.
Oh, fuck, come on. The glass won't break. We need a fucking tool, Mills.
You didn't think of that?
shit! Rico, bag it up.
The bag's not even half full, man.
Get the rest, Rico. We've got to move.
You had one fucking job. One job, Milzy. One.
Do you know
You're
what?
fucked it this time.
Milzy, what the fuck? Bro, how am I supposed to know? I'm not going to go in the store and test it out, am I? Fuck.
With a few more jobs under our belt, things were smoother, and that was mainly down to the planning. Alright lads, everyone ready?
Let's do this.
We're ready.
Good. Me and Sam put a lot of work into this one.
Remember your positions. No fuck-ups this time.
There you are, big man. What are you talking about? Sit your ass down, bruv.
Now!
Okay. Pretty lady, I'm gonna need you to unlock both doors to your left. Now. Right now.
Lady, I'm about to put a bullet right through the back of his skull if you don't push that button. I mean it, there'll be blood on your hands.
Make it easy. Just open the fucking door. Right, Rico.
Moving to you now. The door's tapered. Just keep an eye on that guard, yeah? Send Ashley down when you're ready.
Ash, make a move.
Got you. What we got here then? Let's see what we're working with. Here it is. This is what we need.
You sure you got this?
I'm not sure of anything, Rico, but I've prepped as well as I can, alright?
Oh shit. Milzy, you good?
Yeah,
Looks like we're right. She hasn't got any friends with her today.
but how's that guard doing? If you check on him, I'll keep watch over here.
Shit, you're right. He's out for the count. We're good for now.
Right, but what's the hold up?
I'm working on it, alright? Shit.
Ash, the clock's ticking, man.
I know. Look, I'm nearly there. Just give me a sec.
Why is it taking so long? What's the hold up? Milzy, keep watching the guard for me. Milzy!
Yeah, I'll hand these over to you then.
Just go.
We're in.
My G!
We're running behind schedule here. We're cutting it too fine. We might have to call it. Wait, shit!
What?
Milzy! Shit! Holy shit, Milzy. How bad is it?
I think he just went in and out.
Look at you. No, I'm calling it. We need to get out of here.
What the fuck's going on up there? Is everything alright?
No, Milzy has been shot and we got a body on our hands.
Shit. Just getting started,
We
man.
haven't got a choice. Keep moving.
Go. Go get the van started.
Shit. They must have heard the shots. You sure you can drive, Milzy?
We're about to find out.
Fuck out of here, man.
The warehouse is off the avenue, right?
Yeah, same plan. Off the avenue. We made out with a total of $68,000, and most of that went on Milzy's medical bills. The pigs had their eyes on us. We had to keep our heads down. We spent most of our nights at my club, but that's when things took a turn for the worse. That's how I ended up here. Yet it had nothing to do with the robberies we committed. My thoughts were racing. I was eager to ask if there were charges against me, and if so, what did they relate to? They snoozed around the place, but found nothing. As they were talking, question marks popped up in my head. Was there a rap? Did I know them personally? But I put those thoughts to the back of my mind when they threw me in the back of the van. I was escorted to the sheriff's Los Santos County Department for questioning. At least there I discovered the charges. GBH with intent. 19 fucking years inside the state penitentiary. That meant I would join this brigade of low-life scum. The lack of freedom hit me before I even stepped foot in the place. Those pricks alongside me were nothing more than incompetent, purse-snatching, chain-robbing fools. I'm no saint, but at least I was ambitious. I was processed like any other 2-bit criminal. They give you a number and a uniform. You don't speak unless spoken to.
313. Hey.
Hey, yo, Enrique. How's the new housemate settling in, eh? He okay? Let me take a quick look then.
43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I spent most of the time working out. I got in decent shape. I needed to, if I was to survive in that cesspit separate the blood from the concrete at times. What's worse is that you were painstakingly required to clean up the mess that you made. Of course, blood won't budge with just cold water and a mop, but it served as a lesson in authority. I found that the hard stuff helped me cope, and with the right connection, you could get your hands on whatever trip you were looking for. Even after a couple of years, I was still struggling with the concept of prison life. Narcotics and exercise were the only things that kept me sane. It did so for a while. That's how most of the cats in jail pass their time. Either drugs, reading, or pushing weight. With all that being said, there was one real positive thing I got out of all of this. That was the wise guy, quite literally. Officer Finkel, or Ray, as I got to know him better. He reminded me of my lawyer. I felt like he was the only guy I could really trust at that time.
Remember, Sam, you are your own worst enemy. The mind can play tricks on you and lead you down a path of no return.
Yeah, I guess so. The way you word everything, you make it seem so simple.
Well, Sam, I've been around the block more than I care to remember. These are the things I wished I knew a long time ago.
Without Ray, I don't think I would have made it through those 9 years in pen. But even Ray's words of wisdom couldn't save me when I got out. I landed straight back in the can within 3 days. 68% of released prisoners are rearrested within 3 years of their release. My release lasted less than 3 days. So I was back in the big house, except this time I was shipped to a new housing unit. I was baffled by the whole thing. The pig farm upgraded. I suspected the snitch was still around. He probably provided them with the intel to land me back inside. That was the only logical reason I could come up with. Something was off, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
For the benefit of the tape, abiding to the law's Health and Custody Act, we've permitted the necessary medication for Mr. Hauser's panic attack. Haloperidol and God knows what else. You may feel a bit groggy as this takes effect, Sam, so please be aware of this. So I'm Detective Ford.
Right, here we go then. I'm Detective Valdez from the West Ealing Department.
Right. I want my lawyer before I say anything.
I'm afraid that isn't possible, Mr. Hauser.
Right.
A lawyer can't even help you with this one anyway.
Look, what is it you want to know?
Right. How did you make your money then?
Producing music videos. Then I landed a job with BMG.
Really? You?
Yeah, acquired the job by insulting company executives at dinner tables. Funny looking back at it now.
And what about the club?
How can I forget? My club, that's what led to my first bid. It was a student night at J. Joe's Paradise, this club I owned. One prick was slumped on the dance floor. He spent a lot of money at the club, so initially, I let it slide.
He is a problem, but he is a big spender. And it won't be long until he passes out. Then Virgil can deal with it from there. What do you think?
Give it another 30. Let him clean up his act. And we'll see from there. Look at him now, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it won't be long until Virg steps in now.
He better, because I'll end up dealing with it.
Virg is hesitating. He knows this guy has deep pockets. You know that. You know what? You should employ me, Sam. I'll keep everyone in check.
Can't even check yourself.
Bro, I'll put you in check, bro. You'd be first on my list.
Hey, look fellas, bouncing ain't for everyone.
You damn right, bro. Shit, just look at you, man.
At least I've got legit income.
Shit, Milzy, man. I'm working on it, alright? And like I said, Sam needs to hook man up.
Well, we'll look into it, alright?
How long's it been?
Boys, check it out. What the fuck is he doing now?
Hey, get off your phones. You lousy killjoys. Hey, am I flying? I think whoa.
No, Milzy, bring him to the back.
Let's go, fellas. Let's move it, come on.
Hurry up.
Apparently, he experienced a bad trip after ingesting shrooms. So, Mr. Big Spender, the big man with the big money, you've had one too many.
I'm tripping, man.
Drugs? In my club?
You look like a monkey.
Monkey then, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, I see it like this. I'm the club owner. You disrespect me, I let you go. Word gets around, that taints my rep. Now, that can't happen.
Never.
So let's take a walk. His full satire demeanour ironically merged into fear.
It was the trip, man. I'm sobered up now. Look, please.
Nope. Keep him moving, boys. We're not done yet. We've got to make an example out of this one.
You heard the man.
No.
Keep it moving.
Just move!
No.
Make a start on him, boys.
Listen, you don't disrespect the club like that.
No,
No drugs
it's
in
the
the club, you
shrooms,
hear
man,
me?
that's all. It's a big misunderstanding.
Where you going?
He looked like
Shut it.
I was joking around.
He says he's
It's
fucking
the shrooms,
joking.
man.
Are you fucking
Here, you
kidding
want
me?
one?
Maybe we need to step it up and make a real example out of this dude.
The trip, man. I'm respected at your I promise you.
I don't want to hear your whining. Get your ass down there now.
Wait, no, please, no.
All that monkey talk. Do let everyone know this is what happens when you do all
That'll
that.
do. I think that's enough.
Are you sure he's had
Yeah,
enough?
he understands.
You little prick.
Come on, Milzy, let's go.
Well, that's done. The message should get out there.
We did what we had to do, man. You already know that guy talks too much.
Our work was done. The only problem was Ashley. He was gone like last week's payday. That bitch returned to the junkie like a fly on shit. He must have been the one who called the ambulance in. From that moment on, I couldn't trust the guy.
911, what's the emergency, please?
I need an ambulance.
I gave that guy everything and well, he did that.
Well, our records state differently, and you've been charged for it. So why would you lie to us, Mr. Hauser?
I'm telling you the truth. Ask my lawyer, he'll tell you. He knows everything.
Sorry, Sam. That can't be done.
It's impossible.
Right.
A lawyer can't save you now.
But where is Jeremy?
Look, Sam, that's irrelevant. And right now, well, you're pretty much fucked.
If you help us, we can help you.
So why don't you help us to understand?
Yes. The weapon on your prints?
What? No idea.
Well, I'll give you an idea. Your entourage led Bertie down the back of 5th Avenue. The dispute escalated.
Leave him there.
The victim claimed to be a friend of your brother Dan. You checked up on it. He was lying. So you headed to your vehicle. You grabbed an iron. And unfortunately, you used his body to practice every golf stroke in the game.
You prick. You're still breathing, you cockroach. You want more?
Don't you think that's enough?
Nope. Just a few more.
Sam,
Come on, just
look,
one more.
the prick's had enough. Sam,
Your team were onlookers throughout. Well, that is until Milzy thought you pushed it too far.
what the fuck's the matter with you, man? You've really just lost the plot.
Yeah, well, fuck it. It had to be done.
Marty, pass the coffee over, would you? Anyway, he did return to the victim, and he did seek medical attention.
Hello, Isaac. I need a favour. Are you around?
But it was through a surgeon he personally knew, and his attempt failed. The doctor was out with his 2 young children. He was too worried to call the authorities, so he gave up. Fortunately, a police officer nearby was asked to investigate sounds of distress that they could hear from the alleyway. He obliged. That's when he discovered Mr. Davidson unconscious. He was the one who called the ambulance in, Officer Hernandez, not Ashley Callahan. And thank God the ambulance arrived when it did. Any longer, and you could have been looking at manslaughter. Although paramedics were able to resuscitate the victim, he required major surgery as well as 6 months of rehabilitation. Following on from there, the force continued their investigation. Ultimately, Mr. Davidson gave us all the info we needed. But your so-called crew didn't say a word. Well,
But
most of-
Jeremy said Ashley talked. And he said that he was the one.
Well, your lawyer fucked you. That's a shame. Marty, his story's changed, hasn't it? After 9 years.
It has indeed.
9 years is a long time, but that's how it went down. You still don't believe me, do you?
It's time to move forward.
Yeah, agreed. I need answers.
Tell us about your release.
April 23rd would have been sooner. However, some domestic matters can't be ignored. Okay, keep eyeballing me then, Frankie. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm counting the minutes, boy.
Hit the dirt! I got a bleeder!
I got the prick, but I was worried how my lawyer would react. I was right to worry, because his tune changed right after reviewing the charges. Says I could be looking at another 3 years. Jay, what the hell's taking so long?
Listen, Sam, we need answers from Milzy. If you want to restart your enterprise, we
I know,
need to...
but they're watching me, bro. We just need to get out and address that issue we spoke about.
Sam, remember what I told you to do?
Fuck? My lawyer, Jeremy Johnson, he was a workaholic. Well, most of the time. He told me he would scan through the paper for job advertisements, part of a midlife crisis. That, of course, didn't last long. He would be straight back to work. He worked tirelessly on my case, especially when my sentence was due a review. I mean, he pinpointed every witness location. Tabs on police radios, emails, security software, audio, all backed up.
Which we ask of you, with a good conscience.
He even eavesdropped on prosecutors just to gain an edge in court. The man was a perfectionist. And finally, when all the workings came together, he was able to forge a strong case of defence. Without him, I was a number. With him, I was a free man. So I got out on May the 7th, 2 days ago. Shit, it felt good.
Just as you've requested, I've stashed an earpiece and a phone in the glove box for you.
Thanks, bro. When you're locked up inside as long as I was, you forget what it's like to feast your eyes on something so beautiful. True craftsmanship. This is one of the things I miss most of all. It embodied my life, my work ethic, from the power of this V12 engine, the brand, the fine detail, the decision making. You don't seem
They're
to be
fucking right, he is fucked.
Could be legit, but insurance?
Fuck the insurance, he's lying, pal.
I'm telling you how it was. Go ahead and ask my lawyer, he'll tell you.
Yeah. Give him a chance, Hector.
My apologies, Sam. You're right.
And?
And continue, Sam.
Thank you, Detective.
What is this shit? Now you're acting weird. This is when it hit me. Their demeanour was strange. What were they hiding? Did they know who the rat was? I was lost. I began to question their motives.
Who's the rat?
Then I can help you.
What the fuck happened to me? I was caught in the midst of denial and confusion. I just needed to remain focused and tell the rest of my story. Maybe then, I'd get some answers.
Are you still with us? Sir?
Mr. Hauser?
Yeah, sorry. Let me continue. Right. So I hopped in a G63 and put its power to the test. It didn't take long for Jeremy to call. I used the earpiece and phone he placed in the glove box. I was shocked by the outside world. Jeremy sent me a GPS route to Rico's place, on a phone. Other things seemed different too. The advertisements, the manipulation, but I didn't have time to contemplate it. I headed straight for Rico's. The only thing that Rico was concerned about was the money. He was, let's say, creative in his methods. At least he understood the risk it entailed. He had a strong entourage behind him. The saying, safety in numbers, couldn't be truer in his situation. He used those numbers to his advantage. He would help them, they would return the favour. I mean, the guy had people running around for him constantly. All legit, of course. But the more money you make in that field of work, the more enemies you create, whether you're aware of it or not. That's when it's time to demand your respect and earn your stripes.
Nigga, this Purple City Bird Gang, nigga, you better tell a friend.
You marks love to talk way too
Man,
much.
fuck you, nigga.
What?
You know where I'm from? East side, nigga. We gang bang.
What you saying?
Whatever, motherfucker.
You think I'm playing?
Hey, you better listen,
What?
motherfucker.
You know what?
Oh, what the fuck?
You ain't got much to say now, have you?
So that was how Rico went about his business. It was a lifestyle that wasn't for everyone. But what you see is what you get. There was no lying in him. That's why I told my lawyer he was the first guy I wanted to see when I left the can. I knew I could rely on him to tell me the truth.
Sam, you listening?
Yeah, what is it?
Forget about your history with this guy. Just get the locations of either Milzy or Ashley, alright?
Okay.
Well, you better make sure he has all of it there. I don't want to be counting it. Understand?
You see him?
He tells you he's got 9.
Well?
Yeah, I see him now.
Good. Now, I know you trust this guy, but people can change after 9 years. Even you. If he's unsure about something, keep prodding. Because that usually means they're hiding something.
I gotta meet someone anyway in the grift store, so I'll shout you later, yeah? Alright, cool. Say 9.
Rico, it's Sam.
Well, shit, my man's finally out.
Yeah.
So talk to man. What's your plans now, bro?
Still working it out.
You spoke to any of the old crew?
No one. But is it alright if we talk somewhere else?
Yeah, that's cool, man. I gotta meet someone by the Griffiths Observatory anyway. Let's roll then. And Tay, hold it down, yeah? I'll be back later. Alright, so what are we working with? Oh shit. Big money, yeah?
Yeah. So we headed for the Griffiths Observatory. It wasn't the most secluded place, but honestly, it didn't need to be. I was just paranoid at the time. I think Rico could sense I was on edge. I was asking way too many questions. But Jeremy kept poking me to query him further. He didn't shut up for a good 10 minutes.
Yo, so what's the deal, man?
Well, basically, bro, just before my sentencing, the prosecutors, they read out a testimony.
So who were the testimony then?
That's the thing. The testimony remained anonymous. My lawyer said it couldn't be challenged considering all the evidence that was held against me. But just kick a minute. Let me take this view in for a sec.
It's a crazy thought though, innit? It's crazy how friends can forget, turn their backs on you. Especially when they ignore your letters from inside. The letters?
Bro, I can't remember.
Sam.
I can't recall what tats I got inside, let alone any letters.
Sam,
sure?
Ask him about Milzy.
But listen, Rico, I need to find out who gave the testimony. I don't think it was you, but my lawyer says I shouldn't take any chances, especially if I haven't spoke to the other two yet. You got any idea where I can find them?
Shit. What's wrong with you, bruv?
I've got to take my lawyer's advice, bro.
Just check their address, man. Facebook or Twitter or something.
Twitter? What the fuck is that?
Oh shit. 9 years. Let me check their page, innit?
Appreciate this one, Ree. When I saw this mess, but Rico was unhappy when I labelled him as a potential snitch. He still helped me locate Mills's workplace. I respected him for that. This new Twitter stuff worked out well, whatever the fuck it was. I had Mills's location and didn't waste any time. Ironically, he still worked at the club I used to own, so I had no problems finding the place.
Okay, Mr. Hauser. So would you consider Milzy a trustworthy friend?
Yeah, before my sentencing, I would. Milzy wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. He spent most of his time working at the club. People underestimate how stressful bouncer work can be. He dealt with it well. You come across a lot of young wannabes who think they're Superman after 3 shots. But worst of all are the arrogant pricks.
Fuck you! Come on!
He showed a lot of patience, but of course, sometimes he lost his rag. Any spare hours he had out of work were spent kicking back, except tobacco wasn't the only thing he lit up. He loved it, but I preferred the harder stuff myself.
Sam, we need answers from Milzy. If you want to restart your enterprise, we need to know who you can trust.
I got you.
You're kidding me, right? So what brings you here then?
Come on, you know.
I don't. None of us have seen or heard from you in almost a decade, man.
Not a lot I could do about that.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it's good to see your style hasn't changed.
Come on now, G, man.
That outfit looks gayer than AIDS.
Hey, what? I think I look good.
Milzy, I'm playing with you.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Can we talk?
Of course.
How about we chat inside?
Don't forget, it was probably this prick who ratted you out.
Wait a second. I see things haven't changed much around here.
Nah, not much at all. But business has been booming the last couple of years.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's lively in here. But I was hoping for something quieter. I got some questions. But this,
Right, everyone, head downstairs. Come back up in 20. This won't take long. There you go. Still the same as you remember it?
What is this? Why is everyone gazing at their phones?
People are more concerned about their online status than partying hard like the old cats used to. I don't like it. Yeah, lots changed since you went inside, my man.
Yeah?
Even Big Verge has moved on. He chipped to Barbados last year. Rolando watches the floor now. I do miss Verge though, man.
Me too.
I missed you too, man.
You've got a weird way of showing it.
Huh? What?
Someone snitched, an eyewitness's statement. And it wasn't Bertie Davidson's account. It was anonymous and unchallengeable.
I rarely see Ash, but I heard he squirreled before you went in.
What?
I didn't want to believe it, but word got around.
Wait. So Ashley ratted me out then? But why didn't you or Rico just tell me that while I was inside?
I wanted to. Rico didn't even know. He would have slaughtered Ash if he did. And Ash has got a wife and kids, man.
But Rico said he wrote to me inside. I might have known if you told him.
Come on, man. We both wrote. What? And we tried to visit.
So how come I didn't hear anything from either of you while I was in the can?
You were denied visitors.
Denied?
You were on lockdown.
Oh, God. I don't even need to tell you.
Whoa. Did you hear that? Huh? Yo, I need to see what's going on.
He's giving you the slip, Sam.
I won't worry. Seems calm now anyway.
Sam, you listening?
Yeah, but that's what I'm worried about. I need to see what's going on.
Okay, Milzy, but where can I find Ash? Just give me that, bro.
Yeah,
and I'll keep it moving.
I think he's working at that Aztec company. It's by Kadinsky's. You know, that construction site. Hopefully you can get some closure.
I hope so too. Appreciate it, Milzy. Thanks, brother. So, you got yourself a lady, yeah?
Yeah, I'm working on 2 right now.
We both know that's a lie.
Fuck you,
Still,
man.
I can't talk. Anyway, I'm gone.
Well, at least you haven't changed.
Trust me, you'd be surprised.
You're near the finish line, Sam.
Yeah, just Ashley left.
Just remember, Sammy, stay calm.
And you just remember never to call me Sammy again.
Sorry, Sam. Now, Milzy suggested he could be at the construction site downtown by Kadinsky's.
If he's still a job's worth cunt, he'll be there.
Okay, but regardless...
Alright, shut up. So finally, I had a lead. The rat was still around. The truth was dawning on me. I was so close, I could almost touch it. After 9 fucking years, I would finally gain some clarity. I had question marks over Mills' story. This was Ashley. He had way too much to lose. He had a missus and a career. He was one of the few people that cherished his job. He even organised an apprentice scheme for his company, just to give him another reason to stick around longer. Personally, I think it was an excuse to avoid his missus. She was crazy. If she wasn't slapping Ashley around, she was arguing with someone else. Or worse.
I'll blow your ass off!
If you asked Ash what he'd been up to, the guy would always have a story about his missus going off one in public. Then, it would be the same anticlimax involving Ash sobbing up to her. She seemed spoiled. The guy made an effort, but I suppose his efforts weren't always geared towards her. Ash was a hard-working family man, but even he couldn't resist the temptations of a cheap thrill. He hid it well, but there were definitely some skeletons in his closet. So this was it. I noticed a few workers on top of the site. I can at least ask them if Ashley was around. The voice of Parrish was deafening, but I remained calm.
Don't you love it when a plan comes together, Sam? So you got any idea what you want to say to him?
You'll find out.
No, Sam, that's not how it works. I'm your advisor. You tell me the facts, then I consult you accordingly.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten, alright?
Good. Don't forget your situation before you met me, Sam.
Jay, you're the one that got me out of this mess. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. So just get off my back for a second. Don't get me wrong, I'm stupid. But not that stupid.
Oh, that's sweet. Now, are you there yet? What can you see?
Now, if you go back to teaching school.
That's him. Yeah, I see him.
No, I'll be back by 8. We'll have some dinner and then I'll put the kids to bed, alright? But babe, I got a big project.
I'll leave it up to you, Sam. Remember what I told you to do and what not to do.
Yep.
Look, I know we spoke about this, but it's for the best.
It's time to hang up, Ash.
Whoa, wait, babe. I'm gonna need to call you back.
I'm sure your wife won't mind.
Bye. I love you too.
Not that I really give a fuck.
Are you alone? Shit. Where's the rest of the crew?
Well, the boys couldn't make it. But I got some work if you're interested.
Maybe. One sec. Lads, finish up. I think we'll call it a day for now. Tomorrow, boys. It's getting late.
Stay calm.
So, how long's it been? 10 years?
9 years, which actually could have been 18, but who's counting?
Bet you formed a crew inside, yeah?
Not at all. I was a lone soldier in the pen.
Oh, yeah?
You know when you got no one to rely on and your back's up against the wall?
Yeah, I can definitely relate.
Can you? You see, there is one thing I wanted to discuss. Before I went inside, someone wrote a statement. It wasn't Rico or Milzy. So unless I'm higher than a giraffe's pussy right now, there's only one person left. Well, what do you think? So, talk to me, Ash. Am I wrong?
Enough of the games.
What?
They said it'd be a waste of fucking time. It seems they were correct.
What are you talking about?
It's just a game to him, Marty.
What?
He's playing the system, damn it.
No. I'm the one who's being played here.
Listen, don't act innocent, alright?
The fuck is going on?
I'm telling you, Em. He knows what he did. The liar.
I don't know, Hector. I'm still unsure.
Really?
Yes.
But like, what do you want? I've got nothing. What can I confess? I'm thinking, but it's just... I can't.
You can. This is your chance, Sam. We are the gatekeepers. Your last hope.
Can I say one thing?
What is it, Hector?
Prison is a blessing, Sam.
What's that supposed to mean?
You can't be that stupid. It could get worse for you.
So, if I come clean, then what?
We can't tell you yet.
It's difficult, but we'll see what we can do.
So continue with regards to Ashley.
Ashley denied it all. He questioned the testimony. He claimed it couldn't be anonymous, even if he did write it. Fuck off. If it wasn't Rico and Milzy, then who was it?
You're getting it all wrong, pal.
What?
How could it be anonymous
You're fucking
anyway?
full of it. I couldn't challenge it. You're making me mad now. My case was fucked as it was.
Listen, come on.
Wait.
Just think for a second.
Nah, man. It infuriated me. I grabbed it. I couldn't let go. And then it's when it happened.
You wanna go down? Sam, please, not this. No.
You do, Ash!
Sam, I didn't expect that from you.
No, what? But I thought you said I had to.
I thought you were just gonna speak to him. Maybe I shouldn't be your advisor anymore.
What happened, Sam?
Speak, Mr. Hauser.
I don't know.
Tell us.
It's not how I planned it, alright?
No more games, Sam.
Alright, just calm down.
No, Marty, it's time. It's time for him to lay it all out on the table.
Come on, Hector. I genuinely think it's legit. It's crystal clear to me.
I mean, I just bloody admitted to it.
It's not that simple, Sam.
But, detective, there's nothing more to say. It's done.
You sure?
This is your last chance, Sam. You're on thin ice right now.
I just confessed to you. I took out the rat.
What about Milzy, Rico, the car, and the lawyer?
What do you mean? I said.
Please, Sam.
I told you.
It's time, Hector.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I think you're right. It is time.
Time for what?
Let me remind you the reason why we're sat here, Sam. You lost your way inside. The main catalyst for your mental decline was the drug abuse. It's clear to us what happened. You were isolated, detached, forgotten.
You've got no choice, Sam. He's laughing at you, Sam.
Don't worry, Jay.
You're just gonna stand there and
No. You'll see.
Hit the dirt! I got a bleeder!
I got the sword.
But Ramirez Garcia, he observed your abnormal behaviours, but failed to report anything.
Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Do me proud, son.
So...
You've got no choice now. Just speak up. Then I can work on a plea.
I can't.
No. Don't forget about me, Sam. I saved you. You crossed me. Ignoring me, Sam. I trusted you, didn't I, Sam?
Ray looked on, concerned. He was wary of you, but failed to report anything. There's a lot to say, but ultimately, nothing was salvageable.
No, Sam.
You were disorientated.
No. You sure?
Bashed, dazed, muddled. The demons confronted you head on, Sam.
Can't be.
And you gave in.
You're just being silly, aren't you?
You were ill-equipped for your release, and when it was time to vacate, your lawyer, Jeremy Johnson, was nowhere to be seen. Our discussion with him suggests that he was fond of you. That's probably why he met your request. But a Ferrari, Mr. Hauser. The best he could do was arrange an 86 Primo to be left in the parking lot for you. You wasted no time, and, as you said earlier, Rico remained loyal to his neighbourhood. He was easy to find. He confirmed Milzy's whereabouts during your talk, so his purpose was outlived. Reports suggest that Rico mocked you in your vehicle.
Nah, man. Lord have mercy.
A potential rat embarrassing you, it rattled you.
Speak up now, you little rat.
You weren't done there, were you? You rendezvoused with Milzy at the club, like you said.
I've had a lot of time to think.
You gained a vague location of Ashley, but you were on edge. You convinced him to take a ride with you. You took him somewhere secluded, an easy way to dispose of the body. Now, there was a clear struggle according to the forensics.
Oh, sit down! After everything I did for you.
What is wrong with you, man? What the... You fucking lost.
You murdered him in cold blood.
It's over, Jay.
You've been charged with aggravated assault and 3 counts of homicide. Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this, Mr. Hauser. But they did reiterate the findings of their analysis.
Alright, just get me out of this interview room and do what you gotta do. Please, I'm done.
Sam, you're not in an interview room.
No, far from it.
So then, where am I?
Remember, Sam, you are your own worst enemy. Mine can play tricks on you and lead you down a path of no return. Don't forget about this, Sam. You crossed me. I trusted you, didn't I, Sam?
I'm proud of you.
Sam!
Don't forget you need me on this one. That's what I'm supposed to do to you. That's my job.
You're feds, right? So...
Detectives, yes.
So then, what am I missing here?
Sam, new evidence has emerged which allowed us to conduct the interview, provided it be held within the sanctuary.
And it is clear to us now.
Yep.
It's out of our domain.
Indeed.
No, don't! Stop! No, shut up! Ray, you're right.
Sam.
I promise, I won't.
They warned us about this. Elevated stress.
Yes, sir.
May trigger an episode.
Sam, are you listening?
No.
You're doing well.
What does he want from me?
Listen.
No, I did my best.
Please, Mr. Hauser. The meds provided to you prior to the interview. They may be the catalyst.
Yeah, it is.
Sam?
Ray again.
Shall we call it?
No, wait a sec.
Oh shit. Ray, no.
Okay.
Come on now. Just...
Stay with us.
Jay, he knows I'm sorry.
Please.
I know. I'm fucking trying, alright, okay? I'm trying.
Deep breaths, Mr. Hauser.
Please.
Yeah, just what the fuck is this?
Deep breaths, Sam.
Okay.
I didn't want to believe it either, alright? Listen to me. You were enrolled at St. Bernard's Psychiatric Hospital only yesterday morning. And well, your lawyer's plea for insanity was granted. And sequentially, the appropriate medication is still being moderated. I was pessimistic about the whole thing, but...
But what about Ray? And why the fuck am I here? And how did I end up here?
Well, Ray Finkel was an acquaintance of yours inside, and he could have prevented your incarceration. But we'll get to that in a sec. Ultimately, your psychiatrist indicated many determining factors for your admission. Now obviously, being locked inside a cage for the first time, spanning across 9 straight years, had an influence. Sure, but the vigour and the frequency of physical traumas that you endured were unprecedented. Prison feuds can play on the mind, especially with no one to help and no way of escaping. However, they think the main catalyst for your mental decline was the drug abuse. Your psychiatrist even believes that this is what drove you off the wall, and ultimately set you on the psychosis path. Your detachment worsened, your presence faded, your reality skewed, you lost your way.
He didn't? Whinge all fucking day long. No, you are. Okay. But I might just get... I got it all under control.
It was only when you landed back in jail, Ramirez Garcia, your correctional officer, he reported it to the seniors, and your lawyer followed up on it.
But I'm still confused. There's still something fishy about this. I don't know.
I'm not one for sympathy, but maybe we can help you understand, Sam.
Yeah, right.
Well, we could at least help explain your condition.
Go on then.
You've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, including peduncular hallucinations.
Skits?
That may explain the voice of Jeremy inside your head.
Yeah.
But your condition is quite complex. Further testing is required, but the experts here think your admiration for Ray has manifested in your mind to counteract the voice of Jeremy, possibly a subconscious fighting back, particularly in moments of regret or denial, similar to the scenario you just experienced.
But what about Jeremy?
Your lawyer?
Yeah, can I speak with him?
I'm afraid to say he has parted ways. I'm sorry.
This must be tough for you.
So basically I'm fucked.
Well, your psychiatrist, Dr. Nicholas, he can assist you. Every patient has a psychiatrist overlooking their stay, and yours has been quite accommodating. He did tell us we were wasting our time, but he is waiting for you now.
He reminds me of... Doesn't matter. Let's go.
Dr. Nicholas, thank you for your patience.
This was unnecessary.
We know.
I had warned you, but I suppose you had your reasons.
Indeed, but we're done here.
So, what happens now?
You'll remain in the high dependency ward for the time being.
Right, and Dr. Nicholas will support you.
But how long will I be here for?
Well, that all depends on your progress.
You'll be fine. Rest assured, Sam. Dr. Nicholas specializes in episodic hallucinations.
Yes, it is my field.
It's just...
Go on.
I see you and hear what you're saying, but...
But what?
I see Ray too.
Yes, well... It will take time. We'll review your medication.
Anyway, Dr. Nicholas, I think it's time we leave now.
You sure, Marty?
Yes, our work here is done.
Are you sure? Because...
No, that'll be all.
What? Marty?
Well, Sam, follow me then.
What's the rush?
Now, I must apologize for their intrusion, but it was a legal proceeding that was out of my hands. And I shall revise your current prescription. But I think the overwhelming stress you endured during that interview was the cause of your hallucinogenic relapse. I shall, however, use the observations to adjust your protocol appropriately. So, Mr. Hauser, you must be exasperated. But is there anything else you would like to ask before we enter your room?
Doubt you can help me with this, but after all this, I just want to know who ratted me out.
Your reality is clouded, but not incoherent.
But that doesn't answer my question.
With time, you'll understand, Sam.
I just can't but help feel bad for the bastard.
Yeah, right. Don't know about you, but this place gives me the creeps.
But do you think he knows? I hope he does.
And so, there you have it. I finally realised who the rat was. The whole time, I thought it was Ashley, or Milzy, maybe Rico, but no, he was right there with me throughout the whole journey.
A junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, but no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain, and it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosy beads, close your eyes to watch me die.
Okay, pretty lady, I'm gonna need you to unlock both doors to your left. No, wait, we did with Robin and shit.
Move in! Move in! Go, go, go!
It was about time. The fuck you. The feds had caught up with me, but not for the reason I expected. I thought it was doing with my fuck you.
You've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, including peduncular hallucinations.
Skits?
Yes, a schizo.
How long will I be here for?
Well, that all depends on... I'll do it one more time, but more clarity to say.
How long will I be here for?
Well, that all depends... Wait.
How long will I be here for?
Well, that all depends on your...
How long will I be here for?
Well, that... So you say the line before?
Marty, his story's changed, hasn't it? After 9 years.
It has indeed.
9 years.
Indeed, it has.
Marty, his story's changed, hasn't it? After 9 years.
Indeed, it has. Drastically. We're on a budget.
Budget. 1 sec, lads. Hey, what? How long you lot got left to this half hour?
Max, 20, yeah, 20
that's
minutes.
not the problem. Any of you lot play fucking FIFA? Swear down. What, like you're that serious? You're trying to take me for a mucku, bro.
Just make sure you don't miss this though. Till Masvidal.
Nah, 1 game still.
This part here where he says, and Marty, his story changed, hasn't it?
FIFA 18.
Got sloppy. Some people were worse. You know, got sloppy. Some people were more. The past critic.
I think Rico resides within. It's not the same voice. I think Rico resides within the same residence as you. I did it again.
Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this.
Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this, Mr. Hauser. But they did reiterate the sincerity of. Alright, cool.
Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this, Mr. Hauser. But they did
Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this, Mr. Hauser. But they did reiterate the sincerity of their analysis.
Milzy, Ashley, and Rico.
We didn't want it to come to this, Mr. Hauser. But they did reiterate the findings of their analysis.
From the script. Your page.
Nah, if it's more than 1 line, I'm getting out of here.
Page 23,
now,
look, says, you know it's 1 page already. It's 1 page, I'm getting out.
Nah, more than 1 line, I said, bruv. This is what you told me it is. So just show me, you know what, before I even sit down and get comfortable. That's just too good to be true. That's not the only line. Enrique. What are we recording now? Yeah. Everything that we've just said has been. Yeah, what a waste of fucking time.
Doubt you can help me with this, but after all this, I just want to know who ratted me out.
Oh, do read between the lines, Mr. Hauser. Your reality is clouded, but not coherent. Oh, fuck.
It looks promising. The plan was working to a T, but Tilz is a cunt with the bag.
Cash point, right?
Enough of the games.
What?
Game's over, Sam. The game's up.
What?
They told us not to. It seems they were correct.
Maybe. Sam. Oh. Sam. I don't care how much you trust him. Just get the locations of either Milzy.
And I shall now revise your current prescription. But I think the overwhelming stress you endured during the interview was the cause of your hallucinogenic Fuck's sake, man. Did you get that? Oh, I'm happy you didn't get that, man. Did you?
I remember that whole experience felt surreal. I remember that whole experience felt surreal.
Say it, calm down. Give me that fucking whole notch.
Wait. I remember that whole experience felt surreal. It happened so fast. I was.
Whole nut cereal.
Shut up.
Reports suggest that Rico mocked you in your vehicle.
Do what you need to do to Sam.
48. I prepped myself for an unavoidable initiation period. I prepped myself for the big house's compulsory baptism. What the fuck? 48. No, I prepped myself for the unavoidable
Particularly in moments of regret or denial. Similar to scenario.
Why are you prepping yourself?
Because I keep thinking there's so many words that are all rhyming. Bullet, skull. Alright. Lady, I'm about to pull a bullet right through this.
Pretty lady, I'm gonna need you to unlock both doors to your left. Now. Right now.
Lady, I'm about to pull it. Lady.
I took out the rat.
More about Milzy, Rico. Alright, cool.
I took out the rat.
But Milzy, Rico, the car, the lawyer.
I took out the rat.
But Milzy, Rico, the car lawyer, the car.
I took out the rat.
But Milzy...
I took out the rat.
What about Milzy, Rico? Deep breaths, Sam. Deep breaths, Mr. Hauser.
Yeah, just...
Follow my voice, Mr. Hauser.
I'm not scared of no one. I'll fucking fight anyone.
How long will I be here for?
Well, that all depends on your progress.
You'll be fine. Rest assured, Sam. Dr. Nicholas specializes in...
Well, that all depends on your progress.
You'll be fine. Rest assured, Sam. Dr. Nicholas is...
Well, that all depends on your progress.
You'll be fine. Rest assured, Sam. Dr. Nicholas specializes in episodic hallucinations.
Jeez, lads are getting shorter. Right, Tilz. Ooh, that's a whole page. I mean, I just bloody admitted to it.
I'm afraid... Oh, you stop fucking moving.
Well, review... Oh, shit, Will. Sorry. I did it one more time, so... This was unnecessary.
We know.
I had warned you, but that's... Fuck's sake.
Fucking wait, let him simmer 5 minutes. Fucking hell. Emotional.
Although paramedics were able to resuscitate the victim, he required major surgery around the Fucking hell, man's chucked in some... Although paramedics were able to resuscitate the victim, he required major surgery around the quadratus lumbar... Fucking... Although paramedics were able to resuscitate the victim, he required major surgery around the quadratus lumborum. Oh fucking then there's a whole line after.